Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. Well, I'm sort of back anyways. My voice has gotten a little bit better. So I'm gonna give it a shot. Maybe I'm gonna be able to during a couple of times during the video, but we'll see how it goes. So we're in the Caverns of Time. And let me just start out by saying I failed. Epically failed. I've tried to solo this a couple of times actually throughout the last couple of months to get the achievement for the Outland Hero something. And so I've done a lot of times where I tried to do it, but for some reason the mobs in here I have an insane problem with keeping aggro for some reason. Now, in this video also, I'm going to be jumping a little bit back and forth between this one and the Black Morass instance. I did a complete recording of the Durnholde instance, and I did the bosses of the Black Morass. Now they're both recorded in normal, so I didn't do it in heroic. I did try to go in, but I failed with the same problem every time. Now in the Black Morass one, it's the second boss that's the problem, and the fact that I can't control the speed in which the mobs come. Now this is also the problem in this instance where we are now, because when the, I guess you call it, I'm not sure it's called the Gauntlet event, or if it's just because of the event from Culling of Durnholde that's called the Gauntlet. But those types of runs are always a problem for me, because when I do soloing, I want to be able to have my misdirect off cooldown. I want to make sure that my pet's Thunder Stomp is off cooldown, and I basically want to be able to take one group, take them down, make sure that I have everything I need back up again off cooldown, and then take the next group. But Thrall for some reason thinks, oh, he's got no problem, he can just do everything. And so he goes off, starting to fight off the mobs. I can't keep up because I can't get the aggro off him. And when my pet finally gets some aggro, I can't keep it up, so it gets killed. So suddenly I'm standing there, I have no tank, and the only thing I can try to do is to feint death, try to get my pet up. But of course, in the meantime, all the mobs goes to Thrall, he gets killed, and that's that. Maybe you can reset it, I haven't figured out a way, but that's what happens every single time. I have tried using my tanking gear. You know, I've been talking about this before. It's basically, a lot of it is PvP gear because of the high stamina, but I also buy other types of gear, basically high stamina gear, because the more stamina I have, the more stamina my pet has, and the more damage he can take. But even though I can put about 6,000 or 7,000 health on my pets, it's not enough to keep it alive. And well, we're at the point now, Thrall is up, I haven't even got time to loot, he's already to the next part of next set of mobs. I'm working on taking them down, and before I'm even done looting, he's on the next again. And at that time, I've only been able to use my misdirect, well, 2 times in 3 sets of mobs. And that is where I always end up failing. And, well, there's not really anything I can do with that. So, this boss here, I've actually never done him in heroic, on solo. Now, I did have there's a good friend of mine. I want to do a shout out to her when I'm here and doing the video, because she helped me I was missing this one and Black Morass were the only ones I was missing to do the heroic versions to get the achievement, and she joined me and took care of it. I'm gonna give a shout out to Luthien is her name. She's a mage, a gnome mage, but I can live with that. Anyway, and she has helped me a lot through some quests to get the lore master. I'm getting close to that one, and so I decided to say, okay, fine. She's helped me a lot, so we're working on doing all the Burning Crusade heroics together to give her the achievements, from my way of saying thanks for helping me out. But I did actually think about doing a recording playing on heroic, playing with her, but our schedules didn't really mix and we couldn't really find the time where we both were available, and I needed to get the footage done. Okay, I got this cold in the meantime, so I couldn't record, so I guess I could have done it, but it just didn't happen. So I did it on solo, and I just decided to go, okay, I'm gonna do it on normal and do the entire thing. And that gave me some chance to do just some like I'm doing here, just some talking just for the talk's sake. But yeah, I've also I'm gonna miss it. I just heard of course it's not written in stone, but apparently hunters are losing their volley. That is sad. I'm really sad about that. Especially when soloing. It is a great way to use to get aggro on the pet. You've seen it in my videos. I use volley all the time. I don't think it's not final yet. It's still just in the phase. They're figuring out if we can do without. I think it's gonna be a big problem for hunters, basically, because we're gonna lose a lot of DPS. Because, well, maybe not necessarily on bosses. Yeah, epic failure. But I'm not sure we're gonna have the biggest problem necessarily on single targets. But as soon as there are more mobs, and especially during trash, for example, where we're helping the... Oh yeah, this is the only boss I did in heroic. It is not a boss you have to do. This is in the Durnholde one. He has a cool hat that drops. It can get you a ghost wolf. It's kind of fun. So I thought, oh, I'll go get it. I have it already. I bring it with me sometimes to raids. When you're waiting for someone, it's quite fun to have two pets, or running around in Stormwind or Dalaran having two pets. People ask, oh, how you do that? So I think that's kind of fun. So go get that one. You can only do it in heroic now. But back to volley. The biggest problem with that is that hunters are usually helping tanks to grab aggro. Now usually when you're in let's say the trash before Lord Maragor in ICC, you have a lot of trash, huge groups of trash. There's only one thing to do: help the tank get aggro by using misdirect. We're not going to be able to do that anymore. So, and I'm generally just going to miss it. I'm hoping they're not going to decide to remove it, but we'll just have to wait and see. Anyways, back to the challenge. The next week's challenge, or this challenge we're doing now, it's the Mechanar and the Botanica in the Tempest Keep. Now, keep in mind, these are the two instances located. You saw it on the map a little bit earlier. They are located to the left and to the right, in about a little bit over ground level. The reddish platform on top, that is the last one. That's where you need the key. So, and do the quest chain. Look for it. Do the quest chain if you want to do try the last one. So, anyways, thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and follow my Facebook group. And so, good luck on the challenge. See ya.